This next video clip is going to highlight the twin forces of pain and pleasure, and not only how it plays out in all of our lives, but how it plays out in the classroom, and the effect that it has on motivation levels. I want to talk a little bit today about something called the pain-pleasure principle. I want you to understand that your brain has a scale, and it's always weighing every opportunity. It's always weighing every decision. Your brain is trying to figure out what it should do as far as pain and pleasure. Is this going to cause me great pain to do this, or is it going to be a pleasurable activity? Let me ask you this question. How many people in here procrastinate? Raise your hand. Give me a couple of examples. Go ahead.
You're supposed to write a check to something and you wait until the very last day that it's due and then you're rushing to the mailbox to put it in the mail.
Okay, and why? Why did you procrastinate?
I have no idea, because it takes 1 minute to write a check and find a stamp or whatever. It just seems like it's too easy, so you just put it off.
Well, I'll tell you, in your brain, the pain of doing that is not as great as the pleasure. And that's a simple activity.
Yeah.
But if it gave you more pleasure to write that check than avoiding the pain, you would have done it.
Yeah, like I had to turn in a check for my swim club dues. And I turned in right away because I'm so excited for summer and to go to the pool. So I turned that check in immediately.
Right in.
Right. But something else, like the, electric bill or whatever.
Okay. What else have you procrastinated about?
Going to the gym.
Going to the gym. We procrastinate about going to the gym.
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to run or cycle or whatever activity will be.
The pain of running is greater than the pleasure of doing so. Okay? And staying home and not doing it is simply more pleasurable than the pain of going for a run. Bottom line. Give me a few more examples.
Papers.
Has anybody ever procrastinated in writing a research paper for a graduate course? And why so?
It's work. You don't want to do it.
It's work, and we're putting it off, putting it off, putting it off, because the pain of doing it is not as great as the pleasure of not doing it, frankly. Okay? Now what happens, this is interesting, because what happens when two pains come up side by side? Now it's the night before, and your pay raise is depending on it, right? This sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. So what happens? What do you end up doing?
You end up staying up all night to get it done.
Whatever is going to cause you less pain is what you're going to end up doing. Generally, the brain will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. So when we have two pains that come up side by side, whatever's going to cause you less pain, you finally had to do it, is what we end up doing. So though it sounds simple, don't underestimate this, because every day in school, kids make pain-pleasure decisions. Whether it's about even being there, a kid that drops out. The high school that I went to is one of those statistics, 50s, 60s graduation rate. So eventually what happens? The pain of going to school becomes too great. And what do? They give up. It's a pain-pleasure decision. Doing homework is a pain-pleasure decision. And if you want to motivate somebody, you better understand to what they associate pain and to what they associate pleasure. And that is a big thing in the classroom, a big idea. So this motivation piece, it's going on all the time. Pain, pleasures at work all the time. My evaluating the risk is going on all the time. And I want you to start to understand some of these concepts.